Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're joining me for the very first time, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Liam from Luna's Tarot and Guidance, and all my information can be found in the description box below. So guys, today we are going to be doing a little tarot deck review. We're going to be having a look at the Tarot of the Abyss by Tourian. Not sure how you pronounce it, but hopefully I've said that right. It's an absolutely beautiful deck. I personally only use this deck for myself and for my own personal readings and my own journey. I don't use this deck with querents that are coming to me for readings. And the only reason for that is just for the pure fact that I think it's nice to have a separate deck that just involves my energy and doesn't have energy of me reading for other people with. So this is just my personal preference and the way that I work. So this is the deck that I have actually chosen and set aside to be my sort of personal deck, hence why it's in my lovely tarot box over here, and this just sort of sits on my shelf. So it comes in a nice good sturdy box. It is by US Game Systems, which if you're in the UK, then sometimes they are harder to get hold of just because I don't think they ship worldwide. But you are still able to get hold of their catalogue of tarot cards, and they're absolutely fantastic. So they are definitely worth sort of looking into and looking at what their category and their catalogue is that they've got. So with this deck, it is worth noting there is sort of a little bit of change of imagery to sort of like your classic Rider-Waite, so a little bit of knowledge is probably needed. But it does come with a very sort of detailed guidebook, which I've read through, I'll be honest. It's a 148-page guidebook, and it is worth reading through for the pure fact, like I said, there's 80 cards within this deck. Normally we have 78. So you have got an extra couple of cards, which you will see as we do the flip through. And it's worth understanding the meaning of those cards and the imagery in the cards and the reason that the artist has picked those. I found it a really good comprehensive guidebook, and I really enjoyed reading it. I really do enjoy working with this deck. So as you may see from the box, it's sort of a nice sturdy box, you know, sort of your standard tuck box. Like I said, we have got, as you can probably see, I've used this book quite a bit, but we have got a nice guidebook which takes you through all of the cards, all of the suits. So nevertheless, let's now get into the cards. I'm sure I did, I ordered them all into the correct order. Also, as I was ordering these earlier, I haven't noticed it before, but I did notice it as I was going through them a little bit earlier. It looked like to me that, you know, the elements of the suits, the sort of the yin and the yang. I noticed the swords were very sort of dark, and the wands were also very dark, which had sort of like the yang sort of effect. So I'm not sure. Maybe that's just something I've picked up on. I don't know. So let's have a little look. Cardstock. We've got nice sort of reversible backs here, so that if, you know, for your reverse cards, because obviously if you don't have sort of the nice reversible backs, you can sort of see which way they're going to come out. But with these, obviously you can't. Nice good cardstock, I would say. I like this cardstock personally. This is just my opinion. I feel that it's better than sort of like your La Scarabeo cardstock. Sort of nice and sturdy. Like I said, I've read with this quite a few times. You can see it's sort of held up well. It's not bashed up too much. So, like I said, without further ado, let's get into the cards. Right, here we go. We have got the Fool, the Magician. I love this Magician. Absolutely love the Magician. As you can see, they are sort of drawings, so to speak, and they are black and white. So if you like to work with colour, then this is not the deck for you. I will point out the difference. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get it so the light's not on them. I will try to point out. So here we go. Instead of the Hierophant, we have got the Wise One. I just think that's a beautiful strength card. I am in awe of this deck. I don't know. I just absolutely love it. Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. The imagery, the pictures. Justice. The alternative cards. The Hanged One. So I absolutely love this card. So obviously this is normally the Hanged Man. So obviously it sits this way up, and obviously if you know a little bit about tarot, you know sort of like making sacrifices to see sort of from a new perspective and stuff like that. And what I absolutely love about this card, so if we then put it into reverse, we then have a whole new perspective of the card. And I just think that's so clever. I don't know, it's just been done so nicely, because you look at it this way up, which is obviously the way up it's meant to be, and it's like, well, what's going on? Hang on. And you just take a little minute and you just look and you just flip it round, and it just changes the whole story, the whole, you know, that new perspective and a lightened, fresh perspective, you know, making those sacrifices to get on a new road and a new journey. Death. Temperance. The Devil. See, to me, like, this is a very dark card. So like the image, you know, like the artwork has gone very dark, and like I said, I'm not sure if that's sort of intentional. So like the Tower, like the artwork's very dark. Temperance, the artwork was very light. So I'm not sure if that's done intentionally. It just seems a bit coincidental to me. But Star. The Moon. The Sun. Awakening instead of Judgment. The World. So we're now going into the Suit of Swords. There's some beautiful characters in this deck. The imagery, I'm just blown away with the whole of the imagery. It's just such a beautiful deck. It's just got such a different vibe. Right, so we're now going to have a look at the two different types of Three of Swords. Okay, so from what I can remember and my understanding of this, we've got two types of sort of the heartbreak and the deceit. Okay, so this is sort of like, to me, the emotional heartache. This is sort of like your traditional sort of Three of Swords. Yeah. And then as we look at this Three of Swords, it's almost like sort of, sometimes, to me, how I read this card, too much knowledge can be hurtful sometimes, and can sort of shatter the illusion and make you sort of fall out of love. So there's those two different type of sort of heartaches and heartbreaks, isn't there? There's sort of that emotional one, and there's the mental one. And I love that. I absolutely love that. And it does go a little bit deeper into in the book. So that's something you would have to sort of read at. But I absolutely love it. And if I remember rightly as well, it's to do with the numerology of the number 3, which I'm not a numerologist. But yeah, there's something to do with numerology in that as well. But absolutely love both of these cards. And so, like I was saying, if you really want to, you can remove this card and just have your sort of traditional. Yeah, but I do like it. I love it. Four of Swords. And I do believe it's just in the Swords that we have the 2 extra cards. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. And I believe it's the 10 of Swords. 8 of Swords. It's the extra card that we have. 9 of Swords. Yeah, 10 of Swords. And 10 of Swords. And you're going to have to forgive me because I'm not 100, I can't 100% remember on what the new version of the card is. We'll have a look, we'll have a look. And then obviously we got the sort of classic Ten of Swords. Let me have a little look. From sort of intuitive sort of feelings, it's sort of like the wiseness of, you know, coming to that end. Let's have a little look. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, traditional version. Nope. So yeah, again, it comes down to numerology. So I'm assuming the creator of this deck obviously is quite into numerology as well. Numerology is just not my thing. I'm not very good with numbers. I'm dyslexic and dyspraxic. So for those who read numerology, I've again provided an alternative version to the Ten of Swords. This variation considers the Ten of Swords and its association with the decade. Therefore, it represents the realization and complication of mental progression, going full circle. However, in this case, it is viewed in a positive manner as an increase in mental power and knowledge, as opposed to loss of mental power and depletion. It is about mastering the elements of swords, air, and mind, and learning from all that you have experienced. There is a reason why we look up to our elders for wisdom and guidance. They have seen more moons and suns, and they have walked wisely. So yeah, it's about conquering the mind, being wise, like I thought. But like I said, an absolutely beautiful card and a beautiful interpretation, yet again, of the card. So I do believe that they're the only two. Yeah, that is the two. 78, yeah, 80. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I love the imagery. I just think it's so beautiful. I just think it's been done so tastefully and so gracefully. Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, again, another one that I really love. I really just think you can feel that sort of like, you know, being pushed out in sort of like the cold and feeling isolated and not helped. And yeah, I don't know, I just love the imagery of it. I just think they read so beautifully. I mean, what's your opinion? Have you used this deck? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. And on this one, I mean, it was something, this was one of the cards that I had the other day for my sort of my daily card that I was looking at and just sort of intuitively reading. And I just love the fact that all sort of like the pentacles have been worked into sort of like a headband, and it's part of the scenery. It doesn't overtake the picture. I just like that in that picture. And like with the Ten of Pentacles on here, yet again, like the, you know, they're all little pentacles, but they're still there, but they don't over dominate the picture. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, I love this deck. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands. Four of Wands, I don't know why, it just gives me very Chilling Adventures of Sabrina vibe. I don't know why, I just feel Sabrina, the teenage witch, when I see this. Meh, I don't know. Five of Wands. I love the Five of Wands. The two birds having a battle and a fight, and my stick, your stick. I don't know, I could just hear them like, woo. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. And we finally go into the Suit of Cups. Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups, and we go into the final lot of the court cards. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, and last but finally not least, the King of Cups. Like I said, it is an absolutely beautiful deck. It's got good card stock. It shuffles nice and easily. Let's do a little shuffle. So they do some nice little shuffles. Wait, that wasn't a very good one, was it? Let's do that again. There we go. And we get a nice good overhand shuffle with it as well. So yeah, that is the Tarot of the Abyss. Like I said, it is an absolutely beautiful deck, but it is worth reading your guidebook because there are some alternative cards. There is a bit more information in there for you to read and absorb. Go and check it out. Let us know what you think of this deck below. So, guys, thank you very much for popping in for this tarot deck review. If you've enjoyed it, drop us a little thumbs up. Also, drop a comment below. Make sure you also subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the notification bell to get a notification each time that these reviews are posted. Also, if you would like to book in to have a personal reading with me, then like I said, all my information could be found in the description box below. Guys, go and check out the rest of my YouTube channel where I offer you monthly tarot scope readings. Also go and check out my other social media platforms. I am also on TikTok, I am also on Facebook, and I am also on Instagram. And I post different content across all my different channels. So like I said, thank you for popping in and checking out this tarot deck review. I will see you again soon. Bye bye.